Lance was in a Hulk Hogan documentary. He was in a Hulk Hogan documentary. And he got trained by him. He moved back to Kansas. He's hanging out, doing all the stuff. And he tried to do wrestling, and then he basically annoyed every single wrestling organization in the state of Kansas. No one will work with this guy now. He's decided he's going to be he is going to go into the schools and share anti-bullying messages with people. Now, in the past, Lance has been the biggest bully that I know.
Maybe he changed.
Let me give you an example of Lance. He might have found Jesus or something. I don't know. There is a guy that I used to hang out with, kind of work out with, and Burgess knows what I'm talking about. Jeeves. This guy's like 7 feet tall. He's like 7 feet tall. He's probably, I would say, maybe about your size, a little bit bigger. You're in shape. He's not. And
I don't think he'll ever have a profile picture that's actually a picture of him.
Yeah.
Never. Ever. He's one of those guys. He just has a picture on his Facebook profile that's nothing to do with him.
Well, Jeeves sat on the couch one day over there, and he was talking a bunch of crap on Lance. And he's like, film this and put this on YouTube. So we did.
Right.
And then Lance seen it, got drunk one night, went over to his house, basically pulled an NWO on him. He showed up at his house, he knocked on the door, Jeeves opened the door, Lance shoved his way in the house, went and hung out on the couch, threw pennies, Jeeves, talked about how he was going to burn the house to the ground. His dog comes over, and Lance was petting the dog, and he goes, I'm going to kill this dog with a cigarette to the eye and a Gatorade bottle to the head. He's doing all this crap. He's disrespected Jeeves in his house. And then Jeeves didn't throw him out or call the cops. So then a couple months later, Lance shows up and knocks on the door. Jeeves won't come to the door. Well, Jeeves' roommate comes to the door. Now, he goes, I'll go get Jeeves. You just hang out. So his roommate's car, this is during the summer, the windows are down. He goes over and pisses in the guy's car. And then he goes over there, and Jeeves goes to the door. Jeeves, of course, thinks there's going to be some problems. So he's got a samurai sword. And he's hanging on. And Lance stands there, and he goes, you better put that effing samurai sword on the couch before I stab you with it. Jeeves goes, okay. And then Lance walks in, and, they had some problems. And then he leaves, goes and gets in the car. Jeeves has these decorative yard lights in the yard. Lance grabs one, rips it out of the yard, and throws it as his front door. And he gets in his car and drives away. Now, we would call the police.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Jeeves sat around for 3 days trying to figure out if he's shit or not.
How long ago did that happen?
Oh, about a year or two ago. So then, here comes Lance. He's an anti-bully guy. Well, he was trying to set up a deal at, he set it up at Mulvane High School, I believe is where this was. And he wanted Bob Hunter and me to come do his thing, come photo and all the stuff. Well, I was still getting over a cold, so I wasn't going. Bob was in Concordia that day. So we told this to Lance. Well, Lance then calls me up and leaves this voicemail. Here is the anti-bullying Lance Chapin voicemail that he left on my phone.
Hey, man, I don't know what happened today, but I really wished you would have called to let me know that you weren't going to be there. I mean, you left me in a fucked up fucking pickle. I didn't have any photography, no way to camera or to, video anything. I looked like kind of an idiot going in there doing that shit. No photographer like I promised the school that I was going to have. No camera person. We talked last night, and I thought we were all squared away, ready to be there. Thanks.
At least he thanked me.
Oh, that was sweet.
Now, he was going to do an anti-bullying thing, but he wanted news coverage for it. He couldn't just go do the anti-bullying thing. And it'd be like you guys going and doing a ghost hunt and being like, we need to have all the newspapers, we need to have all the press there. So, we have that. Lance and his anti-bullying. Now, let's move on to our next one, which is my